Kia ora guys, Bird here. Welcome to episode 47 of Thaumcraft 5. Once again, we're starting by the taint biome. Oh man. Yes, we're back here again. I actually wanted to do something that I probably should have tried in the last video, but I forgot to. I need to try breaking porous stone with Fortune 3. So I've got my Fortune 3 pick down here, so we're going to try that out to see if it gives us any sweet loot. And hello! Right off the bat there, looks like we've got some amber, and we're starting to get other things. Nether quartz? There's nether quartz in here! Apparently I definitely did not break enough. And there's tainted shards. Tainted shards, super useful. We definitely need more of those. Random shards, redstone. Oh my gosh, cobblestone. We must have got really unlucky in the last episode there, or perhaps the fortune is definitely helping us out there. So, yeah, porous stone. And somebody also suggested that we could get up some kind of possible farm if we get some clean stone going in here. That might work, but I'm not too sure. Well, I'm definitely going to need to go ahead and mine all this out if we got nether quartz and tainted shards. Tainted shards, so good, so useful. But yeah, I wanted to get started with today's episode. Let's head back to my little workman's island up here. Hello, frame rates. What's up with you? Alright, so what I wanted to do today... Alright, I actually wanted to rename both of the wands here. I only have the one wand. Give me 1 second. And we are back in the hobbit hole here. Yes, I just wanted to get both of these wands together here because I've got some names for these guys. I forgot to ask you guys in the comments of the last episode to suggest them for me. So I'm going to go ahead and name them myself here. Let's see. I think I've got a pretty cool name lined up here. Let's see. Majrinda. Yes, that sounds pretty awesome. Alright, how much did that cost? I think only about 1 level, so that's pretty cheap for something pretty freaking awesome. So there we go. Majrinda. And then I think this guy... Let's see, it's not putting up the full name, is it? No, it only shows a little bit of the name, because I guess because it's so long. I think we're going to name this guy... Nye... Apostrophe... I've written these down before, and I'm just going to copying. There we go. Nubian. Kind of polar opposites of each other. That's what I tried to go with for the names there. Right, so there we go. Our 2 wands here. Nubian. Majrinda. This staff is basically the way that the scepters work, sorry. The scepters, goodness me. The scepters basically work just by sitting on your crafting table like this, and then the only reason that I would take it out is to refill it with Vs. This is just going to stay in here because that gives a bigger Vs discount than this. It gives a whole 10% more, which is going to be awesome. Oh great. Where the heck is this guy? I'm being chickened. Oh, there you are! We don't need no stinking chickens standing up there anyway. Yeah, so let's get rid of that guy. I hate chickens. Chickens? You'd think that chickens are my favourite animal in this game. No, they are by far my least favourite because of the stupid sounds they make. Alright, so... We've got our 2 new wands here. Now it's time to move on to the main part of the episode, where what we're going to be working today with is the faceplates here. The faceplates for the other Thaumium Fortress helms. I have all of the materials needed to make those. Let's go ahead and grab those guys. The hardest of them by far to get was with the skeleton skull. That just took quite a bit of grinding, so let's get started with the first step here, crafting the fortress armor, the fortress helm. I've actually forgotten how to do this, goodness me. Let's see, so we're going to need, it's going to be an infusion. Okay, metallum, potentia, maybe I don't have enough essentia. Ooh, we'll have to see. Do I have metallum essentia? I bet I don't. I do have some, maybe I did, okay. Anyway, let's go back here. So we got Thaumium plate, 2 gold, and an emerald. Okay, let's see if we can try and remember that. Yeah, I've got everything that I need right here already, hunky-dory and good to go. Litterbugs. Let's see, so we get these guys on here. There's going to be a total of 5 items, so there's going to be some stuff that's a little bit unstable here, but that should be okay. And I guess we'll... the emerald right there. So what were the essentials that were required for this recipe again? Let's have a look. Metallum potentia primunio, okay. Helm right there. What's my potentia? I don't have potentia here. I have to go get some. Okay. Okay, here comes the potentia Essentia via special delivery. There you go. Let's do it. Okay, so it looks like the staff actually still works for infusions here. That's good. Ooh, something slightly wrong with the... a little overlay there for those guys. So, the faceplates. It's been a long time coming. In my TC4 LP, I didn't actually get to experiment with the other faceplates at all. I basically just looked at the 3 and said, well, the Grinning Devil's probably the best one, just because it's the one that you want to use in general use. Like, if you're just wearing a Fortress helm, you know, most of the time you're not going to be fighting, so the Grinning Devil's going to be your favourite one. But just to recap, we will go through, once we've got the Fortress armor helmets made here, so that we can recap what the faceplates actually are. So that's one faceplate down, or Fortress armor rather, and the other ingredients, let's put them in. It's only a minor instability, isn't it? So we're not going to have too much of an issue, but of course we want to be as efficient as possible with our unstableness, which is why we're doing this little trick right here. Okay, there goes the Metallum. I guess I'm just going to come back once this one's done, seeing as we just saw one of these. So we'll be right back in just a tick. Just coming inside to sleep the night away, because it is getting pretty dark out there. It's already been a whole day since we started the episode and barely anything has happened, oh boy. Okay, so we've got our 2 Fortress helms now. Now we need to get the faceplates rocking and rolling here. So which one shall we do first? I guess we'll start with the red one here. So, rose red, 2 iron ingots, a piece of leather, and that stuff. Do I have enough Primunio lying around? I do have enough left in here, so that's good. We're going to need some Victus and Exanimis Essentia. I've got some of that lying around. I did bring some spare Victus and... no, where's my Exanimis? There we go. This kind of greener one right here. Just bring some extra just in cases, you never know. So let's get that on there. I want to get the shape right, that's for sure. So let's see, we got rose red, iron, leather. So we'll start with those. Rose red, iron, leather. Cool beans, that's that step down. Man, this has taken a little while here. And next up, it's a ghast here, a bucket of milk, and an iron ingot. The bucket of milk is probably the most difficult thing there, because you need to kind of go out of your way to get it. That's at least what I had to do. You had to go out of your way to grab this thing. You have to go and milk a cow. I think that's probably one of the very first times that I've had to do that in Thaumcraft. What else do you have to milk a cow in this dang game? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's happening? I was able to start the infusion, but it doesn't seem to be pulling. There we go, okay. I was a little bit worried for a second there. I was like, well, what's happening? This is definitely in range. Okay, then it looks to be working just fine here. What is the instability level on this? Very high. Okay. I could have paid a little bit more attention to that. We should be fine though, we should be fine. We've got plenty of candles underground here. That's what we make them for. And then if anything bad happens, I will just make some more. Because that's what we do. So that's the Exanimis Essentia in. Up next, the Victus Essentia. Of course, as these infusions the longer they go on, the more unstable they become. So I am starting to get nervous. Perhaps my nerves are unfounded here, but it always pays to be prepared for such events. That's why I brought some extra Essentia. We have plenty of extra Primunio lying around. So, how's it going? I've kind of run out of things to say at this point. Perhaps I could read like the Thaumonomicon entries for these guys, but I feel like that's a pretty bad thing to do, considering that these are very high. We do need to be paying attention to the infusion to make sure everything's going smoothly, nothing falls off the altars. In theory, I should actually be bringing extra materials. I'm kind of being very what's the word that I'm looking for? Very forgiving? Something like that. With my infusions here. But anyway, it looks like it didn't use up the bucket. It was just the milk. Thanks for that one, Azanor. So that is one faceplate down. We'll go ahead and look at that in a little bit. The second faceplate here. Make sure you make the right one. It's going to be the white one this time around. So that's going to be very high here. That's going to be bone meal, iron, leather. It's almost the same recipe, actually. It looks like the white. Yeah, the bone meal white dye. That's what that's for. And then leather, I guess, is the kind of the material that the faceplate is actually made out of. Not too sure about that. The poisonous potato, that seems to be something to do with the actual effect of the faceplate. Well, yeah, I'm noticing a double right click problem with my mouse recently. And then the wither skeleton skull. Oh yeah, I see. Okay, so these two thingies. What was the other one? I just want to see if those kind of make sense. Milk and that. Ah, yes, I see. Yeah, that does make sense. And then this guy is iron. Oh, there we go. And what are the essentias that we need for this? I was about to start it. We need essentia. We're going to put our essentias... Where am I going to put them? Just right here, I guess. Bring extra essentia. And more tools. I don't know the last time I had to use more tools in one of these recipes. And I've got a bit of a spare Primunio lying around. Go ahead and put that down. And we should be able to get going here, and it's, again, going to make me worry there slightly. Not starting immediately, but I think the fact that you actually are able to start the infusion means that it has everything. If you right-click and nothing happens, that means that you're missing something or you're doing something wrong, and, you know, you need to get more essentia or something like that. Yeah, that's what's going on there. Well, I'm running out of things to say. We're going to do a quick little time-lapse thingamajobly here, I think. And, yeah, we'll see you once again very shortly. Okay, in goes the last item here, and bada bing, bada boom. There we go. That is the other two helmets right here. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah, the double right click thing. Man, I was a little bit worried there for a sec. So that's the two extra faceplates there. Let's go ahead and just, let's see. I think what I'm going to do next, I was going to read the diary entries here, but I think what I want to do now is just get the enchantments on them. So I've got protection 4 and then repair on there. I've got another repair 2 book here. This has taken me so long to get these books here. I had actually one already, but yeah, getting the other one took a very long time. Wasn't actually able to get it in time for the next episode. They're going to have infinity on there. We're going to be wasting infinity, but we don't really use bows here in TC5. Well, actually, we will get a bow later, where infinity might be useful, but not right now. So I'll do the two things here. They're going to take 23 levels. Yeah, I was a little bit worried about this. Okay, and yeah, you can see it just drops the infinity because you can't put infinity on a helmet there. Well, it looks like we're going to need to take a quick little break here just to gather up some levels to be able to put these on here. So we'll be right back. Well, folks, over half an hour later, we are finally back, and we finally have two Thaumium Fortress helms with 2 extra faceplates on them, and the enchantments, which is pretty freaking awesome. Now I can kind of use these, or switch between them whenever I want. Obviously we need to get some more enchants on them. We also need to get the Goggles of Revealing ability on those as well. Just something that I wanted to test here. I've got an armor stand. I'm not actually sure if I've scanned one of these. Let's get the scan stanometer out and just double check. Nothing new there, okay. I just wanted to see if these guys worked with the armor stand. So if I put that on there... Ooh! Yeah, that definitely works. That's the faceplate on there. But what I was more concerned about was whether or not the armor worked. And it looks like it does. If I get the thigh guards here... Yes! That is awesome. That means that you can basically display your Thaumium Fortress armor. I didn't even think about that. That could be so cool for doing in some sort of wizard tower area. We could have like one of these guys looking around. Hey, You're looking mighty fine with your faceplate there, sir. Anyway, you better give it back to me. How do you get this off? Right click? Yeah. There we go. So now it's night time. Now it's time to test out the two faceplates here. Actually, before we do that... Goodness gravy bird. What we need to do is actually just recap what these faceplates even do. It's been a while. Let's start with the Grinning Devil, the one that we have. This mask is designed to be added to an existing Thaumium Fortress helm, and when worn, this mask has an interesting damping effect on those suffering from warp. While it does not reduce the number of events, it does reduce their severity somewhat. It seems laughing in the face of danger does have its rewards, so basically wearing this will reduce the severity of the warp events that happens, like where the creeper sound plays. Yeah, that kind of stuff will be lessened thanks to that guy, which is pretty freaking sweet. So yeah, this is kind of your general use one that you want to have just wearing normally, like I just said earlier in the episode. These other two are based on combat. This mask is designed to be added to an existing Thaumium Fortress helm, and when you strike a creature in combat while wearing it, you sometimes steal a small portion of their life force. To strengthen your own. The fact that you do this by supping on their blood doesn't seem to bother you nearly as much as it should. You wonder if you should be worried about that. So this guy will give you a little bit of a health boost whenever you kill some guy. Pretty freaking awesome. It's kind of like thorns. The opposite of thorns, basically. Think of it like that. And then the Angry Ghost faceplate. This mask is designed to be edited for valor. When you are struck in combat while wearing this grim mask, the creature striking you has a chance to suffer a withering effect. Serves them right. Yeah, I bet it does. So let's go ahead and test these guys out. Let's test out the Sipping Fiend. We'll try that one out first. Let's get our thigh guards back on. Okay, where's the badness? Let's test out the badness. I can see a creeper deeper over there. Well, actually, we haven't taken any damage. We need to take a little bit of damage to test this one out, so maybe I could let the creeper blow up, but I don't want him destroying my lovely terrain. Wow, like no damage whatsoever. You have to fall from really far with these guys on. Maybe if I take them off. Wow, really? Maybe the harness itself is also giving a little boost. Can you hurt me through this? There we go, you're kind of hurting me a little bit, Mr. Spidey-kins. Goodness gravy. Come on, man. How many times in Minecraft do you want to get yourself deliberately hurt like this? Not very many times. Okay, that's starting to get kind of dangerous. Alright, let's get back down. Alright, so I've got the Sipping Fiend. Yeah, it is working. We are healing up some, because you can see my hunger bar isn't full. And we are regenning health somewhat. Oh, I forgot to turn the hostile mobs back on, because I was over by the XP grinder. And there's like hundreds of mobs. You definitely want to quiet them up some. Right, let's see if we can get that creeper out of the way. Is the health bonus... It seems like it's going to be half a heart per hit. I was wondering if there's going to be chance involved, or if different mobs gave more health, but it seems like it's going to be that half point right there. So that is a good demonstration there of the Sipping Fiend. Let's kind of back off here and try out the other one. The Grinning Devil's right there. Where is it? Angry Ghost. There we go. So this one I think is probably going to be a little bit more useful because, you know, this basically the Sipping Fiend, that one doesn't seem to work if you're at full health. Like, if you're at full health, like, what's the point in wearing it? Because you're not going to get any benefit from wearing it. Whereas this one, it doesn't seem like it has a chance to give a withering effect every time. And of course the other thing is that I kill these guys so fast that, like, giving them wither doesn't really matter. Like, I can't even tell if I'm giving anybody wither now that I think about it, because I can kill everybody in like 2 hits because we buffed up the super sword here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any wither effects yet, so it looks like it's pretty rare, if I had to guess. I'm just kind of waiting around hoping to get wither. Somebody with wither, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Very rare. I need to get it showing for the stream, for YouTube rather, not for the stream, we're not live. Let's see. Any withers in the house? Anybody got a wither? Like, how rare is it? How rare is it, Azanor? It is Stricken combat wearing also chance. It doesn't say what the chance is. We've taken some damage. Looks like it's time for our Sipping Fiend faceplate, huh? Switching during combat. Switching faceplates during combat seems kind of difficult, to be honest. At least for someone like me, where I can't multitask like that all that well. And because we've got so much decent armor, well, at least we will eventually have decent armor. Golden heart spoiler right there. But yeah, even just the base armor with the protection that we've got. I mean, we still don't take very much damage, at least from these normal mobs. So, yeah, I still think the most useful one at this point, my hunch seems to have been right. The Grinning Devil seems to just be the most practical. The Enderman, not getting with it at all. There are you? No. Anybody gonna wither? Nobody is gonna wither for me. That is kind of disappointing. And now loot is falling all over the ground. That is a real disappointment. I was hoping to be able to get the wither for you off today, guys. Looks like we're gonna do... Let's just see if we can get a little bit away from the mobs here and switch over to the focus corner part of the episode, with the inventory still full here. So, yeah, I've gone ahead and powered up our fire focus here, this guy right here. With Fire Beam. That's up to level 5 now. Potency 3, Alchemist Fire, Fire Beam, and I also renamed it to Shazindor. I thought that was a pretty cool name. We'll go ahead and try this out. I have yet to use the Fire Beam, so this is going to be a learning experience for you and me both, guys. Let's see if we can actually find some dudes. There's a witch over there. It looks like the night is almost over. Right, let's see what happens. Oh! That's a pretty cool effect. It also seems to move rather quick as well, yeah. That's pretty sweet. Some redstone and spider eyes, we can live without those. Let's see... Oh, by the way, yeah, the witch, I believe it only drops redstone when you player kills it, I'm not sure. Well, I know that it drops potions when the player kills it. Any bad guys? We're running out of bad guys. I want to kind of see how much damage we do. So yeah, that does quite a bit of damage. Yeah, so that's killing guys in like 2 or 3 hits. That is actually pretty dang powerful. I think most of that's to do with the potency. That is pretty awesome though. Just gonna do that. Yeah, it seems like if you've got like a lot of enemies, you can just go yeah, and suddenly they are all on fire. Looks like I've got a little bit of a chance to set the ground on fire. Nowhere near as much as with the fireball, but there you go. I definitely think this is probably the better of the two foci, just because it's not so destructive, I guess the word is. We actually need to name all these foci now, don't we? Let's get Shazindor back out. Yeah, I really think this is a pretty cool focus, and that is going to be about it for this episode of TC5. And here, just in this crazy wasteland world that we live in. If TC6 comes out and I don't generate a wasteland on my first try, I'm going to have to keep trying until I get a wasteland now, because it's kind of like a meme at this point. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Whoa! Whoa! I'm so used to seeing the Grinning Devil. That's kind of a surprise right there. Anyway guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Kia kaha. And I'll see you next time.